So apparently there is a comment board up there on the in the corridor, so you guys can leave your comments, not just on me, but on everyone and everything and this event in general. Okay, that's end of disclaimer announcement. My name is Ramya Pandin. Any of you who think I look familiar, probably follow me on Twitter. I'm Idea Smriti, or you may have read my blogs, The Idea Smriti and XX Factor. If you don't think I'm familiar, or if you think I'm familiar, these things don't make any sense to you. I just have a very common face. Okay, I don't really have a PowerPoint presentation. I don't even have a logical flow of thoughts. But that's actually okay because what I'm going to talk about today does not follow a logical sequence or any kind of structure in general. I'm going to talk about social media and within social media specifically the content. So again a few disclaimers, this is not going to be about SEO, this is not going to be about advertise on Facebook or use this plugin and draw so many more visitors. I'm going to be talking about what is in there, what all of us are creating. The first premise, if you read my summary, says we are all consumers and creators of social content. How many people are bloggers here? Okay, that's a lot of people. Good. Those of you who are not bloggers, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know whether you update your status a lot. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't upload your photographs. But you probably liked someone's status at some point of time. You probably left a comment. Does that include everybody?
Yes.
Anybody who's not done any of these things? Okay, good. Because then that means you're all creators of social content. Liking someone's status update is also social content. Leaving a comment is content. Uploading a photograph is content. A status update is content. A blog post is content. A tweet is content. A YouTube video is content. A Flickr picture is content. Anything else? Am I missing anything? Whatever new media comes out, it's all content. Audio files, video files, pictures, text, images, collages, what have you. Anything that you create and put out there is content. Anything that you look at and express an opinion towards is also content. Now to come back, I mentioned my name. I'm a blogger. That's been my hobby for 8 years. It's been my profession for 2 years, and it's been my identity since before blogging as a concept, as a word was invented. This is because I've always had an opinion. I think I was born talking. I'm not necessarily good at it, but I've talked for a very long time. A little later I discovered that I would also write a lot. I enjoy writing. I'm a little better at writing than I am talking, which is why blogging is my chosen medium. Way back 10, 12 years back when the internet was still in its heydays in India, I used to write down pieces, for lack of a better word, and I'd mail them out to people on my email address, which was not many because there were like some 10 people who had email addresses then and they'd probably check it once a month. And then a month later I'd get a call from someone saying, "Kya bheja hai?" And I'd say, "Email hai." I'd say, "What am I supposed to do about it?" You'd send me something like 10 things that irritate me about men, or why peach is a color and not a fruit, or something like that. I'd say, "Read it, tell me what you think. If you have anything to add to it, mail me back. If you really like it, send it on to other people you think might be interested." That was blogging, before blogging existed. When Yahoo groups came up, I tracked down most of my school batch, and I'd been out of school for some 7 years by then. Tracked down people I had not seen in 7 years, talked to, and I said, come join this Yahoo group. And every single one of them said, "Why?" I said, "Because all the other people will also be there someday." "Okay, and what are we going to do?" "Well, we'll meet and maybe we'll talk." "What will we talk about?" "I don't know, just come, we will figure it out. You don't ask me these things if I call you to a party, right? So just come." That was, we ended up having the biggest Yahoo group in my entire school batch. And 2 years later there was an alumni meet. Every batch had some 2 or 3 people, my batch had 50 people. Because all of them found out about it on the Yahoo group. So, community creators. This is again something I was doing before community creation as a concept existed. I was doing these things because I just like doing these things. I like talking to people, I like meeting people, I like connecting people. I'm going to jump to another idea now. What is social media doing? We've always been social people. We all talk, we all exchange comments, there's whispering going on in corners, we are writing notes phones to each other, passing text messages. What is the big deal? Facebook, Twitter is just giving us handy tools to make it faster and easier and reach more people. That's really all that's happening. So it's not something new. What it has changed is the fact that traditional media was an artificial construct, because there were a small bunch of people who were in control of the world's information, and we will decide what you should know, and we will decide when you should know it and how you should know it, and it should be in this font, and it should be in this way, and it should be in this size paper, or it should be in this kind of a this. Thank you very much. This bulletin is brought to you by Doordarshan or
Still are. Traditional media still are in control of it.
In control of everything. But that's not the natural way information flows, right? You're walking down the road and you see an accident, you have that information before anybody sitting in Charni Road or Borivali, right? And you're nobody, you're just a citizen on the road. I mean, I'm sure you're somebody, but you know what I'm saying. And that information you send out, you call your mother, you call the people on the road, everybody's standing there, you're already, that information is already disseminating. It's not, one controlled authority saying this is information. Anything else that is not passed out to us is not information. It does not exist. Jumping to another thought. This is the way, incidentally, when you log into your Facebook accounts, this is the kind of information you see, right? Somebody's got engaged, somebody's in a relationship, somebody's updated photographs, somebody has put up a status update, somebody's added a link. You don't get it in logical flow, right? So do not expect me to follow a logical flow of thoughts also. I've lost my thread of thought. Somebody tell me. Sorry?
Point and catch.
Remind me of my cloud of thoughts.
I can't remember everything. If we are blogging,
Yeah.
how do we ensure that our thoughts come out as we expect? So, some incident happened, you have a thought, and then you want that to go down. Hey, come on.
Please don't tell me on Saturday.
Hashtag.
You for 1,500 rupees.
Hashtag.
No, really, that's some of the things we're going to cover.
But
How do you ensure
something quickly on that?
How
I
do you
guess
ensure
that value because we are creators, as you said.
The free version.
How do we ensure that our thought or the incident that we are, that generates a thought comes out as good when we are putting it into words?
In
So
one
I read
word.
a lot of things that you write,
Yeah.
and I can relate to it because I always feel that you're writing on a personal experience.
Yeah.
So how do we ensure that?
In one word, practice. You get to be a good writer by writing. You get to be a good photographer by Correct me, am I right?
100%.
By photographer, by taking
Practice.
as many pictures as you can. You get to be a good blogger, you get to express your thoughts in a way that people get it, are engaged, want to come back by blogging. Just keep blogging. Blog, write bad blogs, good blogs, grammatically incorrect ones, non-SEO'd ones, rubbish ones, crib about the world, crib about your ex-girlfriend, crib about your boss.
I don't know.
No, maybe not. Don't kill in the process. Out of that, good writing is going to come out. Engaging content will come from that as well. Good writing is the first step, and I'm biased. I say writing because writing is my medium. I should say expression because photographs and videos and audio clips are just as valid forms of expression. Okay, here's another thought. We don't need to follow traditional norms of content creation when it comes to social media. Now, every other form of expression before social media came about, when I say before social media, I mean the advent of self-publishing came about, followed its own norms. So if you've ever written a print article, if you've ever written for a newspaper, you know it's measured by cubic centimeters and front page column, this, that, XYZ. If you've ever written a magazine article, you know your editor will tell you need to have little boxes and you need to have actionables and bullet points and you need to have some kind of a hook at the end of it. If you've written ad copy, you know this, it needs to be short and pithy, there has to be a call to action at the end of it. Take all that and throw it into the garbage because social media doesn't need any of this. Firstly, people who consume social media, some of them are people who have never picked up a book in their life outside school or college. Basically, out of an interest of it. But a lot of them go to visit websites every day. Many of them have feed readers and they're following hundreds of blogs, websites, news updates, Twitter updates. A lot of people on Twitter don't watch TV. I know a lot of people who don't read newspapers anymore because they follow all the news online. While on news, incidentally, as a blogger, I've had to hear people say, "You're a blogger, that's not real writing. Oh, it's not news reporting, you're a blogger." Excuse me, if you have an accident and you ask 6 people what happened, you will hear 6 different stories. Please tell me how that is news. Please tell me how that is factual reporting. History is nothing but his story. The last person standing there will tell you what he saw and what he remembers it as, and that's
Minus
history.
subjection.
That's just perception. What we have seen so far and continue to see so far as facts and news is simply a bunch of people's perceptions put together and mapped together and saying, मैंने ये देखा, तुमने ये देखा, ऐसे करके ठीक है, हम दोनों ने ये देखा. Okay? There's no such a thing as hard facts. All citizen journalism, social media is doing is, it's bringing all of us into it. चलो चलो, तुम भी आओ, तुम भी आओ, तुम भी आओ. Maybe all of us can put, मैंने ये देखा, मैंने ये देखा, मैंने ये देखा, ये. Maybe we'll come to one coherent picture or not. There's a whole lot of noise here. Another thought. There's a lot of fear about Twitter and even Wikipedia being a lot of noise. That it's not really facts. There's just a lot of people tweeting. I went to the toilet now. I broke up with my girlfriend. I had this for lunch. We've all done that, right? It's still information, incidentally. And here's what: we are all equipped to figure out what of that is valid and necessary to us. We all already know that. We make those judgment calls every day while passing the road. Your teacher has told you look left, look right, and then cross on the zebra crossing when that green man on the signal says. How many people actually do that? Is it practical to do that in Bombay? You keep standing on the side of the divider, you'll be there forever. There is absolutely no way you're going to get across the road. You keep waiting, looking for the zebra crossing has been wiped away by years and years of digging and God alone knows what. You figured out your own ways to make sense of... Sorry?
Most of the vehicles and everything will stop right before the zebra crossing like you're supposed to.
Exactly.
They will stop, they will even cross the zebra crossing and they'll stop.
We don't stop when we drive. Forget us. That's a fact of the matter. Yeah.
We don't, right? And yet we are all crossing, we drive, we walk, all of these things. We are making judgment calls every day. We are making sense of the world around us minute to minute and deciding what information is relevant. All of you who are sitting here have gone through the schedule at some point of time, talked to somebody, something. You're all here, you made a decision to be here, I assume. I'm not responsible for anyone being forced into this room, or I will not admit to it, on camera at least.
Walk out.
So where is the fear? I'm reading something, I'm going to read that, I don't know, Shah Rukh Khan's gay. Really? Oh my God. And I'm going to believe it. Yeah, I'm going to. Is somebody sitting there and planting it in my head? I have an intelligent brain of my own, right? So why do we have this fear that there's so much of noise and oh my God, I can't make sense of it because I don't have a brain, I need somebody else to make sense of it and tell me. That somebody else who has to make sense of it, we know what happens every time there's a bomb blast. NDTV reports that Tardev station mein there was a bomb blast and Juhu station mein there was a bomb blast. Has anyone visited Tardev station or Juhu station?
NDTV. Only.
NDTV, exactly. So that's the sense that external media makes for us. External sources make for us. And we know that already, it's a standing joke. India TV, NDTV is a joke for me. Times of India, Midday, all of these. We know how to take it with a pinch of salt, right? If anybody was at Manisha's session earlier about film reviewing, she was talking about how film reviewers who work for a particular magazine or a newspaper, if there's a film that's been paying for full page ads on that paper, the review is going to be biased. They're not going to be able to say that this film sucks, do not go and see it. So they're going to give it 3 stars at least. As readers, we know that already. We've already learned to adjust. And I'm saying we are already doing that with any information on the public space. Incidentally, I don't agree that Wikipedia is a dump. I keep hearing a lot of people saying Wikipedia is just garbage. I love Wikipedia. Because Wikipedia is people putting up what they know, what they think they know, what they think, period. Wikipedia is an excellent repository of popular opinion. Is it fact? I don't know. You make sense of it. What you see, what you get, right? Figure it out. That's what we all have brains for.
I think what happens is when you spoke of reviews, right?
Yeah.
So these days people choose to go online and check personal reviews on their blogs because they know that it's not biased.
You have social networks for that.
It's like
very
much
easy.
better
Yeah.
than you reading.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't read any movie reviews outside anymore. I go to Bogma.com.
Yeah.
She happens to be a friend and I know she doesn't get paid for reviews and I know her thoughts match mine. So when she says she really liked the movie, it's very likely that I like a movie too. It's a much more informed opinion I'm making. And because it's available to me now, because she's able to put up a blog there, I don't need to pay some Times of India to tell me something wrong. and I'll go and feel like I've wasted my time. Okay, I've pretty much, I think, run out of my stream of thoughts.
How do you define a fact? Fact is public opinion. Fact is popular opinion. Sun rises in the east is what we know.
Does the sun actually rise in the east?
It happened over years and we started believing it. So
Yeah.
Wikipedia probably, even though it is one person's opinion, it gets
Yeah.
validated by some thousands of crores of people,
Yeah.
and probably it becomes a fact.
Yeah.
That's how I define a fact.
I'm saying that's how it's been happening all these years. It's not just to do with social media.
Right, right.
The sun doesn't rise in the east. The sun doesn't rise or set at all. We know that, right?
Yeah.
Anybody who's gone through high school science knows that.
But
Geography.
everybody accepts it.
What?
Geography.
Fine. Geography. Okay. Fact is correct. See, the other thing that happens is, it's not like Ramya Pandian is this, suddenly the journalism fraternity or the TV fraternity has been replaced by Ramya Pandian or Aditya Vidikar or Ankur Agarwal or whoever. I'm just calling out people whose names I know. Nikhil. Okay? Nikhil Kumar Verma as well. Some of the people. It's not like that. I'm going to put up something. Other people are going to come and say what rubbish I was saying if I just say something randomly. I need to be able to support it. I stand to lose my credibility if I say something that's not supported. Even if I'm just a troll, oh, that's the other point. And this is going to keep happening. Doesn't that happen when you log into Facebook? I say, "Arey wow, I have to read this article." That's how, "Arey, this person has changed their display pic. Arey, baal cut it. Who's that guy in the picture? What nonsense she's got into a relationship with this idiot. Let me go and look at her pictures. What happened to her ex-boyfriend? Let me go and look at him. Maybe he's single now." That's what I do. I don't know if people go and read the article.
You still look at single people? Maybe he's single now?
What?
Nothing.
What? Say, tell.
Do you still check out if guys are single?
Yeah, I do. Every day I go and check whether you're single. I'm back to being single.
Why
You
would
asked
you
for
do
that.
Okay.
Now it's your time to start checking whether I'm single.
That's a bitch.
And then once you got that,
Yeah, I just got engaged. This is what I'm doing now on social media, showing everybody. Social media is
Just to be clear, not to me.
Finger.
That's not to me. Yeah, I'm showing everybody the finger on camera. I was saying something and you hijacked my thought.
Social media.
Yes.
Yeah, that says a lot.
troll.
I illustrated your point very effusively. Continue. Trolling, yes, trolling. Anonymity.
So how about being anonymous? We should speak about
Yes. I started off as an anonymous blogger way back in 2004 when I said, okay, Netra's getting bored and she's walking out. I started off as anonymous because I was told the internet is full of these scary men who will come and rape you. They know you're a woman. So I said, okay, I will not tell them that I'm a woman. I will say my name is Idea Smith. Idea Smith से क्या पता चलता है? Woman or man, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? I'll write my deep, soulful, very horrible poetry out there, and किसी को पढ़ना है पढ़ सकते हैं. I didn't think all that much. I just said, "Hey bro, let me try and see what my words look like on the computer screen." Yeah, I hadn't heard of Microsoft Word for some reason, but that's what I did. And somebody left a comment, and it just went on from there. I was anonymous all the way till 100% anonymous till 2007. Then a few people knew, and I was very paranoid about, nee, mujhe tag mat karo in pictures. My Facebook account still says Idea Smith because I set it up to interact with my readers. Because somebody said you're very rude, you never respond to comments. There was a time I was like that. I was antisocial on social media. I started responding to comments, and then people started hitting on me. I put up a DP and I put up a display pic which was not some inanimate object, and suddenly there was a lot of followers, and people said, you're a chick after all, that's why you have so many readers. Like, okay, really? I didn't know guys get turned on by coming and reading random text because it's written by a woman. Maybe some men do. I'm not saying you do, but maybe some men do, and there are creepy men who do all kinds of things just because a woman walked past them on the road. We know that, right, ladies? Well, I'm sure some men know this as well. It's a new medium, so we are all trying to figure out what we want to do with it. There are very careful, semi-paranoid people like me who say, "Nahi jagah hai, let me go and let me wear a raincoat over my head and let me talk very softly so nobody notices me." And there are others who say, "New place, nobody knows me, let me go and make some mischief, let me go and steal someone's something, let me go and slap someone and they won't know." It's a dark room and there are a lot of people stumbling around there, let me go and that. You come and leave random comments there, you come and hit on nice babe, nice whatever, XYZ, and things like that. And it's not okay, but it happens, right? Random people on the road try and pinch you and do whatever nonsense, or just pass comments on you. Hey sexy, हाँ ठीक है, खुश, happy, very good. Like, more power to you. Fine. So, I don't think any of these are reasons. I don't know if anybody here at least sees these as concerns, but these are things that I've seen done. Wow, I actually managed to yak for 20 minutes and nobody got up and left. Thank you. Please check my blog. Please check my blog. Please check
You should
the
write the URL on the board.